What's up everyone, Art of Patience Metal Fab, and today I'm bringing you part 2 of our Mercedes SL500 build. Now in the last one, we started the twin turbo mock-up on this engine, and Artsum finished out the roll bar in the back. In this one, we got all the parts that we've been waiting for to really keep going with the build up front, and by the end of the episode, we should have 2 turbos located, exhaust and intake all ran, and everything should be ready for the next guys to take over the dyno and make some power on this thing. So I figure we pause a little bit and figure out where we're at. I know we've been waiting on flanges. Yes, sir. That's one of them.
Yep, we got our T3 flanges that go into a 2-inch inlet like this. That was the last piece to the puzzle, so now we can start final assembling the manifolds, weld them out, fix them all in place, and start working on the exhaust.
So at this point, it looks like we have a ton of room despite the big V8, despite the 2 turbos that we placed, but there's still gonna have to be a lot of stuff that goes in. So what is gonna be the routing for exhaust, intake, intercooler, all of that?
So this is deceiving because the radiator is not in place. Once it's in place, the exhaust is going to go from that turbo down to this side into a Y that will sneak underneath the manifold and come out of the back. We do have air to water intercooler inside the plenum, which will only have a heat exchanger in the front. So there's gonna be radiator, heat exchanger, air to water intercooler inside the plenum. So intercooler piping will be very simple. It's gonna go straight from the turbos, merge, and go into the throttle body.
So this is shaping up to be a really cool build. I think we're gonna finish the majority of our work in this episode. So enjoy, stay tuned, and we'll see how far we get. I've been off for a few days from the shop, and I wanted to get out here and just check out progress on the SL500 first. I know Artsum's been working away really quickly on all the exhaust work. Last time he had the turbos kind of permanently mounted where they were gonna be, and then this is what we have so far. So can you walk us through and just maybe give us the challenges of this and then what we're gonna be working on today?
Yeah, so this crossover tube is done. The challenge with this was sneaking it between the sway bar and the alternator without being too close to one or the other, without cooking everything. And then it sneaks under the manifold and it gets a little tight in there. Once that was done, 3.5-inch system is going all the way back down. It does hang a little lower than I'd like to be, but there's nothing we can do because that's just how the bottom of the car is.
So the 3.5 makes it a little bit of a challenge. I know the flex section probably isn't in the most ideal place you'd want it to be. You were mentioning that. And then also the piece that you're holding, there's a reason there's about 15 pie cuts on it because of the trajectory of the pipe.
You always have to sacrifice something. You either put the flex in the spot where it's going to drag on the ground, or you put it a little bit further back and it will work just fine, but there's always ideals that we have to break sometimes. As far as the resonator goes, it's going to sneak into this open cavity right here, and to achieve that we will have to use some pie cuts just because the bends are a little too long and it's hard to have a offset like that, and we will have to sneak it into this opening here as well, which adds to the challenge, but so far it's coming together pretty well.
Yeah, it really is. It looks awesome, and like I said, he's made super quick work of it. So I'm going to jump in right now and start filming the rest of it, and by the end of today we should have an exhaust all the way out here fully welded. Artsum finished up with the Mercedes exhaust this week, and it looks really good. You guys saw it coming together. Now from the exterior of the car, it's very subtle, but this is exactly how the owner of this one wanted. So we're at a place where we're gonna be waiting on some parts for this, and it's gonna be parked for a few weeks. I brought Gary out here just to kind of outro this episode, give us a little bit of the highlights that you guys saw between the first episode, which I'll put up here if you didn't catch it, and this one. So we did mostly exhaust. One thing I wanted to talk about is the roll cage and the seat selection. So Gary, what do we choose for this one?
Well, we went race techs on this. Pretty typical with what we do, unless you're looking for like a recliner or something. You know, he's kind of mixed on his use for this thing. It'll see some track, it'll see some, probably more street than anything. So, you know, a good set of race techs in it to really anchor him down. Let you have that back support that ties into the harness bar like we always talk about. And then the bar itself, the roll bar, I mean, Artsum really did a good job on it. He got some real clean fit and finish where it goes through that parcel shelf where the convertible top used to be. Just all in all made it real clean fit. So his holes were cut once and fit once. You know, if an upholstery guy wants to go in here and do some carpet in the back now, he can make it look real flush.
It was cool seeing all of the weight loss that happened with taking that retractable top off, and the hydraulic system that was all a part of it. So it's losing some weight, it's gaining a bunch of power, and obviously some safety and just drivability mods. What's next for this thing?
Well, we're waiting on the mid portion of the intake manifold. The lower portion's in there, and then there's a air to water cooler that goes in between the lower and upper, as well as a meth plate. Apparently the company that made it, they tested it, didn't pass pressure, so now they're back to having to make another one. At this point, I'm not sure when we're gonna see it. When we do, that'll go in, then the upper plenum can go on, and then at that point we can finish the actual intake piping from the turbos up to it and do the gates at the same time.
And that really speaks to the nature of some of these builds. I mean, we might have something for 6 weeks or 6 months. Some of it ends up waiting a little bit on parts or different things like built engines. We try and do our work as quickly as possible so we can get these back or to the shop, to the owner, or get to the next step, whether it's body or paint, dyno. Eventually this thing will end up on the dyno, and hopefully we can get a little bit of footage of that, of it making power. I have no idea what to expect, but it is in the future. So if you guys are enjoying the build on this one so far, just make sure you subscribe to the page, you like this video, share it around, and we'll see you in the next one.